Hello everybody, and welcome back to Simon Says. This is Simon Flavel, starting anew on the Minecraft. For some reason I was about to say on the Minecraft server, but that's not at all the case.
Fix it before you see me again.
Yeah, so... yeah, I've got this nice... I'm assuming this is an island, like... but I've got this little island to myself. Made landfall thereabouts, and I've only explored as far as there-ish. So I figured, well, let's start off with, you know, let's actually explore the islands that we've chosen here. So let's go adventuring. And, ooh. Already I like this. Ah! Let's creep it out. What's in that direction? Lava and... wait a minute, this looks like it's this... well, no, I guess the terrain generation didn't change at all. It's just there like that for some reason. That looks interesting. This is actually quite an interesting island that I've got here. It's a little odd, but I mean, every little place has its quirks. So while I'm exploring this, I'm recording this almost right after the last episode, and because I was just kind of going on about things last time, I didn't actually talk about me stuff, which I suppose is something that I should do. And I've finally admitted that, you know, I need help with the depression. I can't really take being a servant. Well, no, I'm not really a servant. I'm just resigned to being one. Well, I was anyway, but yeah, the first step is lots of people have told me to, you know, seek help, whether that's, you know, with a friend or like a doctor or somebody. The thing is that, you know, it's not like I haven't looked. There's an organisation called Beyond Blue in Australia, and you know, they raise awareness of, and I completely forgot about Evolve until just then. Like, I haven't even used it in ages. Okay, there's a swamp biome attached to this as well. Awesome. That'll be nice for getting slimes. So, you know, I would, they have a list on their site. Well, it, and I think there's another site, Mental Health Connect, which is also an Australian site. And from the looks of things, I didn't find any information. I think there's maybe like one or two things, but they weren't specifically depression counselors or something. But within a 50-kilometer radius of Bendigo, which, and this is just their data, I don't know if they just don't have it updated or something, but from what I know, there's nowhere to go to for mental health, which is worrying. This island is quite long. And it's a lot of caves. I'll have to remember that. There's a dog, there's a wolf there. I might consider getting it. So for what I know, I mean, I'm probably gonna have to go into town someday and, you know, actually look around. This looks like it could be the end of the island. Possibly. So yeah, so for what I know, there's nowhere that I can really turn to in Bendigo, which is close to where I live. For all the stalkers out there. But I mean, there's still things that I could do on my own to help myself. Getting into the habit of talking, like actually talking to somebody, like a friend, somebody that I can trust whenever I actually get these depression bursts. That will depend on me being able to actually at least mitigate the depression enough, like with music or with games or something, or videos, or, you know, mitigating those effects enough to actually talk to somebody and try and explain why I'm feeling that way. Now, I am almost certain that at least half of the reason why I am like this, why I'm so depressed most of the time, I'm almost certain that it's because of family. I think my dad specifically. He's. I don't think he really understands, really. It's and it's kind of sad. Like, I really want him to, and maybe it's, and I guess like the autism or Asperger's or, you know, whatever. I think I remember that something like maybe they removed Asperger's and now it's just autism. But anyway, like, I understand that something to do with me limits how I feel and how I act around people. Now that's just, like, I guess some of you guys who know me directly know that I have a hard time comprehending anger, comprehending, you know, why would somebody choose to hate somebody like this, things like that. It's such a strange thing. Like, I can't comprehend things like that. I only choose to act nicely because, well, half because I was taught that way, and I guess half because I was conditioned to act that way. You know, treat others how you would like to be treated, which is such a simple thing, which I don't understand why there is more of that around. But people get annoyed at me when I get upset over, for example, my family using the word faggot as an insult, and I don't really like saying that word. I don't really like saying anything like that, really. But there you go. Or what? Just things like that, and when Dad makes fun of me, he doesn't seem to comprehend why it hurts me. His opinion is, it's a joke, just lighten up. Even when he's doing like childish things, like making faces behind my sister's back when he and her are almost in the middle of an argument. Like, he expects that to be funny to me. I'm 21. It's not. Is it supposed to be? And just things like that. Like, I seem to get knocked down for the tiniest of things, that it's just kind of crazy to me that the world is this way. And I actually kind of worry that my way of thinking is outmoded or something like that. Like, or that people are going to, you know, hurt me or something equally dumb because I cannot comprehend the kind of stuff that people do to each other. But I mean, getting knocked down for, like, I even get knocked down like just for being happy, which is crazy. I know it was certainly crazy to me to think that, but if you check the third Feed the Beats video, lots of cows here. There is a moment where, oh crap, there is a moment where, well, you know, we just start doing the gravity gun stuff, and, you know, while I'm laughing my head off, while I'm having such a good time, Dad suddenly steps in and is like, no, can you please be quiet, because you're having too much fun. And, you know, I guess it is okay for people to act like that. I guess when people end up being quiet enough because of depression and stuff, I guess you kind of want it to stay that way or something. And then, yeah, if that weren't enough, there was an incident today, like earlier today. You know, I don't think I was even recording, but I was just talking with Phil, with Vishnofy in the chat, in the TeamSpeak chat, and you know, I guess Dad's having a bath or something. I noticed because the bathroom is actually like really close to me. Like, yeah. Anyway. Oh crap, that is going to be a problem. I should have gotten the bed out. Anyway. And so he just tells Mum to pop by my room and shut my door, because it seems that he does not want to hear my voice. Now I realize that he's overreacting, but that's how it felt like at the time. And well, that's how depression works. It makes you overreact over the tiniest things. Like, you might be aware that it's there and it still affects you. You can't, like, you really want to be normal, but your brain is constantly looking for reasons to put you down, looking for reasons to make you feel insignificant, unwanted, that sort of thing. And while it could be from big things like, you know, like breaking up and stuff. I mean, that's normal, right? But it could also come from really minor things, such as only thinking that your friend is disappointed in you because of something really trivial. And that just, in a depressed person's mind, in my mind, little things like that can send me into a downward spiral of hate and feeling unwanted and feeling this intense hatred of myself. In fact, it is the case that I actually hate myself quite a lot. Most of the time. And it is a strong but very casual hate. Like, I will put myself down at any opportunity. I will sacrifice my own opportunities for my own happiness just to make sure that others are happy, or just things like that. That is what depression is, and that is why many people have, you know, told me that I need to seek help. And I agree. I don't know how I'm going to do it at first. Like, procrastination and the depression itself is going to be battling me every step of the way. I am sure of that. But I am at least going to try. If if life, I don't know, being killed just kind of really threw me off. But I guess you get my point. It's I don't know how I'm going to do it at first, and I think the biggest help would be to actually move out. But at the moment, I'm not really financially stable. I mean, no, I've got an income, but it's government money basically because I'm a student. One of the things I would probably have to do to feel safe about moving out is to get a job, perhaps a high-paying job, but that would be probably asking too much. I'd also hope for, I think, yeah, one of the big things I think would need to be done would be a driver's license. I mean, I need to get that eventually anyway, because, you know, ID and things. It's something that a lot of people want, but that I never actually seem to consider getting. I mean, I've tried. I actually go down to Vic Roads one day during a break at TAFE, and you know, I wanted to look up, you know, some manuals or something that I could read, something that I knew how to go about the process, but I couldn't see anything like that. The only thing that they really had on hand was I think was the actual like registration, you know, signing up for the tests and stuff. But that is something important that I need to consider. Somewhere to stay, of course. I can't just move out and onto the streets or something. And I hope that doesn't sound like I am being rude to... Oh god, pig, come on. I hope that doesn't sound like I'm being rude to homeless people, because I really do sympathize where I can. It's just hard to... no, that was completely the wrong direction for where I wanted to take that. I would like to try not to end up homeless myself, basically. And I think one way of doing that would be... well, one thing that I've considered with friends is, or at least I've tried to consider with friends, is moving in with them. The only problem is I don't really have a lot of friends in Victoria anymore, let alone Australia, and I'm not entirely sure how well somebody would take that. But that said, there is one person who offered to like, they were going to move out at some point, I think like a couple of years from now, and you know, if things went well, they said, you know, hey, if you wanted to move in with me, then, and then yeah, and I mean that's a start, but that's a less immediate thing. The thing is, I guess the gist of what people are saying is that I am not ready to move out yet, and that is probably true. But it's, I don't know, I'm sure you understand that. I'm sure you understand that people, that, you know, that the best way to deal with something that is harming you is to remove yourself from that situation. And that is something that I want to do myself, because, well, yeah, you've already heard my reasons. I don't think I'm going to be able to at first, though. One day. But you know, little steps. See how I always seem to go on a little bit of a rant when I start talking about depression and mental health and stuff. So the point with that was that, like, in some ways I can't really remove myself from the problem, at least long term, but I could still do things like I can go out for a walk, and that's kind of what I did earlier today. I just grabbed my laptop, I had some games on it, and I just walked out, just went off to the lake, and I just sat there and I played, and I just kind of enjoyed myself for a while. It feels weird that like, even in situations like that, so, you know, assuming that I had internet or something, and I was playing with friends, I can't help but feel that, you know, if I was enjoying myself in some way, that I would still piss somebody off. But, I mean, that's the depression talking. If anybody watches this video, I would love for any of you to comment with some ideas of just how I can get away, like, kind of do things, remove myself from the situation. Actually, there is something that I was talking to James. James being my boyfriend. But yeah, he can't find it at the moment. Well, actually, I'm a bit. What? How the hell did I manage that? So yeah, those are my thoughts. Just if you're watching this, please feel free to comment with some ideas of how I can help relieve my depression, or how I can, you know, stop it from building up to such a critical point like I always seem to let it do. I guess it's kind of the same thing. How does anybody know of like a GP or some sort of depression counselor or something in Bendigo? Maybe not in Bendigo directly, but, you know, somewhere nearby, because yeah. Well, I think that's my rant for today. Sorry about the lack of videos lately. It's been very quiet on the Deadbeats server, and I'm gonna try and remedy that, even if it's just me for a while. So thank you for watching, everybody, and thank you for listening. This has been Simon Flavel, which Simon says, and I will see you guys next time.